You know, yesterday someone shared with me something they wanted me to go through to see if he was okay. I think it was early this morning I saw it. And I was like, am I even the one that brought that up? I can't even remember. I was reading it. I'm like, who came up with this thing? Who? I read it. I think it was Ambassador Ranti that sent it to me. I was already reading what she sent to me before I listened to the VN she sent. And I'm like, I'm like, who did this? Who came up with this script? With this amazing script? And when I finished reading it, I now went back to listen to the voice note that was sent before the message, only to find out she was referencing it that I am the one that even wrote it. And it looked so amazing. Why I'm saying this is sometimes the things I share with us here, in fact, not sometimes, all the time, the things I share with us here does not come from my intellect alone. No. God uses my intellect to speak to you. It's like I am a vessel he uses to speak to you. And should you pay attention, just like Mr. Donnis advised you to seek and grab that which is in need for you, you'll be heavily impacted. Heavily, heavily. So to I want us to talk about this morning, talking about the choices, or the things that affect us in life. Many people us, me, you, we look at the things that happen to us, the things that are not going the way we wanted. Some people already are feeling lukewarm, even with the recently launched Diamond Project. It appears that it is breaking for others and it's not breaking for them yet. It appears as if, man, are you sure this Diamond Project was not launched for them? Maybe the project for me is yet to come. Maybe I have not found out my niche in this project. Maybe I've not identified exactly. Maybe I'm sure this is actually for me. Many of us are looking at the things that we are getting and we are wondering, why is it? Why is it that, in fact, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. In fact, there's no need looking for the why anymore. I don't, as I speak to you this morning, many of you came to this cell meeting to hear the last of it, and then they will lock up because they have gotten to that point where they have just told themselves, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. At least 2024 is still fresh. 2024 is still fresh. Make I just use the remaining 10 months to do something else for myself. I want to talk to us about something that will save a lot of people. Something, because why do I say save? Many people who could have lost out, were they not aware, or should they not be aware of what I'm about to share with you, can be saved this morning. Many people in future who could or who will, they are just on the verge. In fact, one leg has crossed over the other line. It's just for the second leg to cross over, or for them to take it over and they're off. Some other people who are just here marking time. There are people who are here marking time. They move with the wave. They move with the flow. They are like spectators who are watching the football. Still, they are in the field, but they are watching the football on their tablet. When they score a goal, they jump up with the flow. Hey, something is happening. But they will realize today why they are getting what they are getting. Why what they have is what is coming to them. What they have is the best they've ever had. Will continue to be the best they will have if they don't understand what I'm about to share with you. So stay with me. Let me share my screen very quickly with you and share with you this amazing revelation, this amazing inspiration that will change your life. If you are ready, type I am ready in the chat room. If you are ready, type I am ready in the chat room. If you're ready, type I am ready in the chat room. What you get, who you are, What you will continue to get, what you have gotten, is simply a product of your choices. No, now, Gam, it's not my choice now. No, it's not now. It's not my choice. It's not. Am I the one that said they should not show up? Am I the one that asked my upline to leave me? Am I the one that made NEPA to take light? Am I the one that... Oh, come on. Choices. The other day, Ambassador Mike was training us, and he said, when you were born, when you were a baby, you were what? The choices. You looked like your parents. Abi? That when you are an adult, you don't look like your parents anymore. You look like the choices you have made. You look like the decisions you have made. You look like the indecisions you have made. Let me explain certain things and make it simple. I pray God, I pray the Holy Spirit to give me the right words to help me to explain this to you to understand. There are things happen in life. Time and chance put to everyone. You know, those days of very long time now, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. How many of us have watched that? Jack Sparrow. And you realize that those guys sail to nations. They travel thousands and thousands of miles, not on ground, but by sea. And as they commute, all of a sudden, storms will start, waves will start blowing. What he has mastered that made him a great and wonderful captain was his ability to set the sail of his ship in such a way that no matter the wave, no matter the current, no matter which angle it was coming from, they will still get to their destination. Oh, goodness. It does not matter to him the direction of the wind. It never has mattered to him the strength of the waves. No. It has never been his concern, Jack Sparrow I speak of now. It has never been to him his concern whether the wave was going to come from the west, north, or south. No. What mattered to him was what he did as the wind came, and the only thing he could do was to control the direction of the sail. As he controlled and ordered his crew members back and forth, left and right, go to this way, drop the rope, do this one, he will turn the wheel. And all that he was doing was to set the sail in such a way that no matter the direction the wind was coming from, they will still land at their destination. Now, the question is, can he influence the direction of the wind? I want your answer in the chat room. Can he, as a captain of the ship, determine the direction from which the wind comes? The answer is no. Are there captains who have not mastered the art of sailing a ship who will be affected heavily by a wind that comes from a direction that we are not expecting? The answer is yes. So what does this tell you? This simply tells you that you, listening to the sound of my voice this morning, has what it takes to determine whether you will get to your destination or not. Now, when I speak about destination here, I am not talking about becoming an 8-figure earner alone. That's one part of it. Talking about the destination you end at every single day. Some of us are charged up every morning. Hey, I'm going to do this. This diamond project, the now or never challenge. I'm going to be a sentinel. I'm going to become a kingsman. I'm going to find my 5 queens. And then all of a sudden, we launch into the day. Man, the wind, we're expecting the wind to come from the north. All of a sudden, it hits us from behind. Boy! Whoa, we are not even aware that the heat will come today. How come? We are not even aware that the wind will come today. How come it's hitting us? Some other people will be like, I am aware the wind will come. Why is this wind hitting me from the back, not from front? I am not, if I thought at this level that rejection no go they move me. If you have read introduction and chapter 1 of your first day in network marketing, it says that rejection does not ring a bell when it is coming. Rejection does not respect anyone. Ambassador Michael, Eric Warrior, Ambassador Vincent, anybody go collect. Just the same way the wind beats, flows and touches everybody, the same way rejection, the heat, they go, anybody. Now, let me tell you this. So far you remain in this business, in fact, not in this business. So far you remain in life, you must be collecting rejection. It's like eating ofada rice. No matter how careful you are, my brother, you go chop stone. No? You go chow stone. Well, if you are vast to eating stone, forget ofada rice. I don't know if somebody is getting this. The choices we make. Now listen to this while I take you deeper into this. Many of us think of our choices as yes or no. It's either I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. What many of us don't know that being in the middle, neither hot nor cold, is also a decision. Why do you think that the Holy Book said, if you are neither hot or cold, I will spit you out? In fact, let me even tell you, the worst person in the room is the one who is in the middle. It's not worst in the direction of positive. No, that person is the person that you should actually stay away. That's a wolf. A situation comes up and they tell you, whichever one goes, no, say the truth. No, 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 I don't want to be in the bad book. Lie, God. No, 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 I don't want to be. Let it be that I have not. I said what is not true. They're in the middle, so that if this side is winning, they will find a place. If this side is winning, they will find a place. No, in life, you either hot or cold, because being in the middle does not save you from the wrath of the decision. No, it does not. It does not. When great men are dealing with or handling situations, the first people they sponge from the equation are people who are in the middle, because they understand how deadly those people are. Anybody that is there telling you that, you see this business, no, today it doesn't affect me. Oh, no, rejection doesn't affect me. Oh, hitting my number is not a big deal for me. Oh, but the person doesn't ever hit the number. The person doesn't ever go to do the activities, because within himself lies this inability that they are so scared to deal with. They are so scared to deal with their inability to face a prospect. But they tell you, no, if it's a prospect, I can handle it. Go and deal with it now. Go and prospect. Let's know you can handle it. Foul. So what many of us may not have realized is that in itself, indecision is already a decision. It's simply a negative decision. So we end up living on that choice, thinking that is the situation around us, thinking that is the environment where we are that is forcing us. Boss, the reason why this business is not working for me, boss, the reason is not because I don't have a team yet. Boss, if I have a team, the way I will lead them, boss, if when I have downlines, the way I will lead them, you will be shocked. The question I'm asking you is, how are you leading yourself? How are you leading yourself? You don't know that the first team you have is you. How are you leading yourself? What is your attention to details? How do you do the activities that you can do by self? You've been asked, make sure you have 20 confirmed bookings in a day, 30 confirmed bookings, and you do 10. Tomorrow you do 17. Tomorrow you do 12. And you expect that when you have a team, you will not be pushing them to go. No, they will not. You are the first team. It is that first team that begets other team. Is somebody learning something already? The choices that we make, the choices that we make, the choices that we make that creates and gives us the results that we have. And let me tell us this. The world, nature, God does not give you what you pretend to be. No, 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 no. God doesn't give you that. God does not give you what you pretend to be. No. God exactly gives you exactly who you are. He sees beyond the veil. He sees beyond what other people. He's the hidden camera that follows you around, that knows exactly what you're doing. He's the hidden camera. He sees what you can deceive your outer self. Hey, you talk, you blame people, you say, hey, if why is it that we invited? Why is it that we booked and they didn't show up? My brother, calm down. That hidden camera knows that you did not book. That hidden camera knows that instead of using the script, you sent messages to people and you're expecting them to show up in the hall. They know. Hidden camera knows. That hidden camera knows that when you went out to prospect, rather than follow, hello, you're looking so nice. Hey, you look so gorgeous. Well, my name is Vincent, and I represent the Diamond Project. We are running a project that shows people how to be the best versions of themselves through training, mentorship, capacity building. And we have the survey that want to use to identify people who are smart and forward thinking, who can work with us, who can be part of the pioneers. Do you consider yourself smart and forward thinking enough to be part of us, to be part of the pioneers? Instead of doing that, you've carried the questionnaire. My brother, if you feel this thing, and we will give you money. If you feel this thing, and you came back and you're complaining that you booked 100 questionnaires and nobody came. That hidden camera knows that you have not done what you should do. You can lie to everybody. You can lie to yourself. You can quarrel because I booked them. I booked, and you know why they did not come. You know. You think camera knows. But you're not rewarded by what the facade you show outside. No, you are rewarded by the actual things you do. You are paid in this business by the actual work you do. You can show up in the office, be there from morning till night. You go and look at your call log. Your call log is saying you made only 5 calls. Only 5 calls. Only 5 confirmed bookings. Only 5. What do you expect? What kind of result do you expect? Now tell me, what kind of result do you expect? There is something I want to share with us, very impactful. When I learned about it, it changed certain things in my head. And I believe this morning that it will change certain things in the minds and head of a lot of people, because it will help you to deeper understand and take charge the choices that you make, because our choices are what determines what our lives become. Now, let me also say this before I share this with us. Many people, in fact, if one thing you get from this meeting is that you take back ownership, the blame and responsibility for the choices you made, rather than looking for people, rather than looking for situations, rather than looking for scenarios that you will blame, within which you now deny yourself. Let me tell you this. When you blame situations, opportunities, and every other thing around you to be the reason why you are not doing what you should do, you are directly relinquishing every possible chance you have to be part of this solution, to solve the problem. You know, someone comes late to the office and you say, why are you late to the office? And the person says, it was raining. So I was coming out and it started raining. And this person is not tendering this reason in the dry season. The question I ask is this. Number one, how many seasons do we have in Nigeria? Please, I want you to help me answer this question. How many seasons do we have in Nigeria? How many seasons do we have in Nigeria? We have two seasons in Nigeria, namely rainy season and dry season. When you are in dry season, is it a prayer? Is it a wish that the sun will be hot? Is it a prayer that the weather, you're coming out in dry season by 1 o'clock? Is it a surprise? Do you have to pray about it for sun to be hitting you? You are coming out by 1 o'clock in dry season. Will it be a shocker that sun will be hitting you, that the weather will be hot? The answer is no. We are in rainy season. Will it be a surprise that most mornings, in fact, 90% of the mornings, rain will fall? Will it be a shocker? The answer is no. A capital no. So far, the proof, listen to this. The proof that we are in rainy season is that rain is falling. That's why it's called rainy season. The proof that we are in rainy season is that rain is falling. If we are in rainy season and rain is not falling, we need to go on our knees and start praying to God for mercy to help us. If we go into the rainy months, if we are in July, August, and rain is not falling every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, and we are in a region that rain normally falls during that period in the season, it becomes a reason for worry. So how come an individual who is not a child, because a child knows, an individual who is an adult, who knows and understands that we are in the rainy season and the rain must fall, the person still considers it fit, articulate enough to say that it was because rain was falling that made me to be late to the office. It simply shows the person who has not grown his mind or her mindset to the point that the person has taken control to say that we are in the rainy season, and if I am going out during the rainy season, I must go with an umbrella. If I don't have an umbrella, I must get a raincoat, a rain dress that will allow me to go in the rain so that I will still be able to do what I have to do. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to ShopRite during the rainy season and they did not open? And the reason for them not opening is because if they were in, the rain started falling unplanned. Has anybody witnessed that? Have you ever gone to Hilton to lodge and the Hilton did not open? You say, why is Hilton closed? They say, because the rain is falling. Have you ever gone to a market? Say, guys, the moment you relinquish your power to change a situation by looking for who to blame but yourself, you have lost it entirely that nobody can save you. I want this to be that morning when you take back control, when you tell yourself, the same time and chance happens to everybody. Why is it that some people are making it and some people are not? You know, I see people complaining, yeah, the economy is so bad. This is that, this is that. The economy is tough, but then tough times make tough men. Tough times create strong men and women. If there are people, yesterday, I went out and I saw not one, two guys who were driving a Rolls Royce Phantom. You didn't hear what I said. I said I went out and I saw two guys, different times, driving Rolls Royce Phantom. I saw this one on my way to my venue. On my way back from my venue, I saw another guy, another dude, different color. Please go and Google how much a Rolls Royce Phantom is. No, go and Google it. Please don't tell me they stole their money. They stole the money. These are evil men. Don't tell me that. I will not believe in you, that your school of thought. It is the same God. See, if they got their money through the evil way, if it's the devil that gave them the money, there is somebody that created that devil. There is somebody that made that devil that has the ultimate power, and that's the person I am directing my energy from. I'm happy. So if let's even assume that is the devil that gave them, because most of us, once we see super successful people, we start thinking of negativity. Let's even assume that your negativity is correct. But I look at the broader picture. God still makes this devil. So the God that made the devil, that allowed him to take a small chunk and give these people, can give me more than he's even giving them. It is that they're doing that I'm not doing. Rolls Royce Phantom. This is more than half a billion naira, more than half a billion naira. Gone in this regime. No, my brother, I am responsible. You are responsible. The moment you start looking for who to blame, you have lost every power you have to change the situation. If they have given me the new questionnaire, I would have prospected the entire town. Who stopped you from developing the template and sharing it with your leader? Who stopped you? Bring up the idea. Many people here have come to them. This is what I have in mind. How do we do it? I said, let's roll it out like this. Who stopped you? If they have set up an office for me, I'll go and set up the office. In my language, they will say, Akejisirigu. They cut off your own finger. I'm asking you, they cut off your own finger. The choices we make, the decisions we make, consciously or unconsciously, many of them are conscious because we are looking for, it's easier to blame people. My friend, why are you drinking to stupor? Because I am depressed. Are you the only depressed person? There are other people who are depressed, but they're not drinking themselves into stupor. Stop making excuses for the things you are not doing right. Why didn't you book 20? Hey, gam, you will not understand. Boss, you will not understand. Make me. Make me, because somebody in the same situation as yours have done it. Gam, why have you not done this? Why have you not? I don't have a place to stay there. Yeah, somebody has gone and stayed in an uncompleted building and is a millionaire today. So give me another excuse. Tell me something else. Talk to me. We are looking for who to blame but ourselves without knowing we are the one already writing our novels. We are filling the gap in between our birth date and our death date. Because whether we like it or not, every day we are getting closer to our grave. And what will be the story we write, the choices we make, that's what fills the gap. What choice have you been making? What choice are you going to make today? I won't be able to make it to the office. I understand. But don't come and blame anybody for the things you will miss for being absent. Don't blame anybody. Take responsibility for it. The reason why many of us run away from taking responsibility of the choices we make is because if we accept it, it will put on us a pressure, a demand to make a change. And many of us are not ready to make a change. We are not. That's who I am. Who told you that's who you are? That's who you have accepted to be. That's not who you are. Let not God not be disappointed in us. These are people I made in my own image and likeness. Let's not say, let's be careful. Before God will raise goats to do what we are doing, what He has given us the ability to do. Let's not get to that point. I saw a video. Listen to this. I saw a video. I can't remember the name of the guy. Some of us might have seen it. I saw a video of a rat. Listen to this. It's not a domesticated rat, a wild rat. This rat came across a rat trap, a mouse trap, and there was cheese put on the mouse trap. Guess what this rat did? This rat has known that if it steps on that trap to get the cheese, the trap will hold it. The video was capturing it. This rat went and brought a stick. This rat went and brought a stick with its mouth and put it on the trap, and the trap closed and held the stick. And the trap went jeje and took the cheese, played around on top of the trap and went its way. A rat has become that intelligent. Ordinary rat, okay? Yongu has become that smart. They are beginning to learn. They are evolving. They are looking for ways to adapt. I can't remember the name of this bird. This bird has grown its intellect. It's passed it down to its generation that if it wants to drink water, for instance, and it sees water in a bottle, do you know what the bird does? It puts it big inside the bottle to drink. If its beak cannot get to the water, that's what this rat does. This bird does. It goes about picking stones. As it's picking stones, it's throwing it inside the bottle. Why is it throwing stones into the bottle? The bird has come to understand that as it puts stones into the bottle, as it's putting stones, the weight of the stones will be displacing the water and the water level will be coming up. It will put enough stones into the water to the bottle to the point that the water comes to the surface and it drinks. An ordinary bird with a tiny brain. And we, with the size of our brain, we are giving in to the things that lower animals are overcoming. Lower animals are beginning to evolve. They understand the human beings are setting trap for us, so let's start doing it this way. They are learning it, and we are refusing to evolve. We are telling ourselves, that's who I am. Who told you that's who you are? That's who you are when you choose to be the less version of yourself. But to those people who choose to become the ultimate version of themselves, they take responsibility for their choices. They are not averse to call themselves out. I messed up here. They are not averse to tell themselves, man, Nami do Nami allow. I was sharing something with someone. I said, if someone slaps me once, if someone slaps me once, I may or may not have contributed to it. But if that person succeeds at slapping me the second time, I am the cause. It's not the person. Interesting, Abby. If someone slaps me once, boy, I may not have been anticipating it. I may not even know that the person has the ability to do that. But if that same person slaps me the second time, I am the person that approved of him to slap me the second time. The singular fact that the person has the ability to slap me was enough reason for me never to stay in such a gap, in such a space for the person's hand to reach me, whether by mistake or by intention. But I refuse to hit to it. We are product of our choices. What we get out of this business is our choice. We make assumption on what we should have done. It's our choice. We come to the office and do our activity. It's our choice. We do the now or never project and graduate. It's our choice. We go out there, castigate our organization or castigate your leader. It's your choice. Don't say your leader did this to you. You chose to. It's a choice. We come to the office, gallivant about, look for the fine ladies and toast them, or look for the fine guys and move around them for them to toast us. At the end of the day, we make 7 confirmed bookings. It is our choice. Let me tell you this. The choices you make, you can control. But the outcome of your choices you make, you cannot control. Write that down. The choices you make, you can control. But the outcome of the choices you make, you cannot control. You cannot eat your cake and still keep it. No. No, you cannot. You decide, oh, it's raining, I won't go to the office today. No wahala. Just know that the things you would have gained that day, maybe it's that day that that person who wanted to upgrade from a silver pack to an elite pack was coming to the office. And as the person came to the office, still in doubt whether he should do it or not, he came and he didn't see you. He said, that is God's sign, not God. The person has gone. You have lost a leader. It's your choice. Don't tell the person did not do it now because it's not God's will. Who told you? Who told you? If God opens to you his will for you, you will be so ashamed of yourself, of myself. We are a product of our choices. They affect what we do, what we get, and what we'll continue getting. And I bring this to you this morning so that you'll be careful of the choices you make going forward. with our business. Listen to this. Your past does not determine your future, but your present does. I want to share this story with us. Listen to this. A young lady got super frustrated about life. She has done many things. She has come out with a good grade. She's looking for jobs here and there. Nothing is yielding. She has tried to start a business, registered into the Diamond Project. She felt the people she will talk to first will join her immediately. No people person joined her. In fact, what she got rather was installed. Some of them even tried to molest her. Some people tried to take advantage of her. And she was like, what is all this? She looked around. She didn't find anybody she could talk to but her mom. So she went to her mother to speak to her. She was raged. In fact, she was angry. She was in rage. She was just started pouring out to the mother the way she felt. She was pouring, venting. The mother was listening. The mother didn't say a word. This lady continued venting, venting, venting. She would get up, sit down, raise her hand, gesticulate, venting. Mommy, what is all this? I've followed the rules. I've prayed. I'm working hard. I'm trying so many things. Why are things not working for me yet? What is it? What is it? As she was venting, venting, the mother got up from where she was sitting and walked into the kitchen. And this lady followed the mom. Mommy, I'm talking to you. You're not saying a word. Tears started dropping. Mommy, I'm speaking to you. You're not doing anything. You're not even saying a word. The mother didn't say a word. As she was, the mother was going into the kitchen, the girl followed, was still venting, lamenting, crying, telling the mom, this is my predicament. I don't know what else to do. This is it. As she was talking, the mother went to a gas cooker, to their gas cooker. It was a 4-burner gas cooker. And the mother brought out a first pot, put water in it and put it in the first burner. Brought out a second pot, put on the second burner and put water in it, the same quantity of water. Went to the third burner, put another pot, the same size of pot, put the same level of water. And the daughter was still talking, Mommy, I'm talking and you're putting water in the pot. You're not listening to me. The mother didn't say a word. All of a sudden, the mother opened their fridge. In the first pot, the mother put an egg, just one egg. In the second pot, the mother put a carrot. And into the third pot, the mother put coffee beans. And then the mother lit the fire for 3 of the pots. And the fire started burning. He left one of the burners on. As the water was boiling, was boiling, was boiling, was boiling, was boiling, was boiling. After about 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the water has continued boiling and started reducing. And then the mother put off all the fire and called the daughter close. He said, come, my daughter, come, my sweetheart, come. He said, I want you to bring out, take 3 plates. I want you to bring out the egg, put it in one plate. He said, I want you to bring out the carrot, put it in another plate. And I want you to open the coffee bean pot and scoop whatever you see there and put in the other plate. The daughter did so. She said, Mommy, this is not, I'm telling you, you're cooking food. I'm telling you what's going on and you're cooking food. You're not listening to me. Before I tell you what the mother explained to the daughter, I want you to tell me, you yourself, that egg, fresh egg, that was put into water and boiled for about 15, 20 minutes, what will happen to the egg? That carrot stick, that carrot that was had and put inside the water and boiled for 15, 20 minutes, what will happen to the carrot? The coffee beans that was put inside the pot and boiled for 15, 20 minutes, what will happen to the water? I want to hear your comments in the chat room. I want to see your comments. Before I share with you my observations and what happened and what the mother told, the egg got hardened, okay? Yes? Yes, the egg will be hardened, okay? Yes? The carrot will be overcooked. When carrot is overcooked or cooked, what happens to it? Carrot, when you try to eat it fresh, is hard. When it is cooked, what does it do? It softens, okay? Okay, it will be cooked. Now, what happens also to the coffee put in the pot? What happens to the water in the pot? What happens to the water in the pot? What happens to the water in the pot? For the coffee, it will melt and color the water with a nice aroma. Wow. Wow. The same water that hardened the egg, softened the carrot, okay? The coffee will melt. I see. All are cooked. Interesting. They are cooked. The water will dry up. Now, this is the water dried up. The egg will completely done, ready for eating, okay? Dried up. Carrot softens. Dry off. Dries off. The water, I didn't say the water dried off. I said the water was still there and they put off the fire and they brought out the egg, brought out the carrot, and then the coffee is no longer looking like the water they put in it. The coffee has changed color and there is a sweet aroma coming out from the pot into which the coffee was put. Now, let me tell you something, some facts of life that nobody might ever have revealed to you. I want you to listen to these facts of life. Listen to this. Fact of life, number one, it is not what happens to you that determines what you get. It's your response to what happens to you that determines what you get. Hey, it is not what happens to you that determines what you get. Is your response to what happens to you, your reaction to what happens to you. It is not the direction of the wind that determines your destination. It's your setting of the sail that determines your destination, that determines where you arrive. I want you to listen to this. Every one of those items which came from a living organism, the egg came from a chicken, the carrot came from a plant. The coffee beans also came from a plant, right? All of them came from living organisms. All of them were subjected to the same amount of heat. But I want you to understand this. Number one, everyone must face the heat. Eh, the strong faces the heat. In fact, let me even tell you, the heat faced by the strong is stronger. For them to count something as heat, it must first overcome the average thing that everybody faces and get to a high echelon before they say, I am going through heat. But even at that, they still face heat. Let me also tell you, the weak also faces heat. So why not become strong so that you can survive the heat? Everyone must face the heat. Everyone must invite and not everybody will show up. Yes, everyone must prospect. Not all the people that prosper will say thank you and God bless you. So we call you coach, so we call you scam. Yes, everybody must face the challenges. Everybody will wake up some days. I feel like today I don't feel like doing anything. Yes, they still go and do it if they are strong. Everybody must face the heat. You must know that. Everybody must face the heat. I want you to listen to lesson number 2. Your true self is not who you are before the heat. No, that's not your true self. Your true self is not who you are when things are going well. The true self are not when things are costing and working for you, you write exam. Have you realized that most people that get instant results, they sign up, they recommend people, and the people they recommended, many of them showed up and they made money immediately. Those people, when they hit rejection, after that, they don't take it lightly. The rejection, if not by God's grace, it throws many of them away. Because they felt, hey, and I saw this bill. I had this downline who joined the business in her first home launch. She had about, I think, 5 instant sign-ups out of 8. Instantly. Hey, it was lovely. She enjoyed it. She made money from these multiple accounts. Guess what? After that, those people did their home launches. No instant sign-up. Hey, the lady could not take it. No, 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 no. To do another home launch. She did another one. No instant sign up. Hey, whoa. She didn't understand I need to follow up. Did you understand? Why should I follow up? No, now, why are they not signing up? She quit, though. So if your true self is not who you are before the hit, no, not it. It's not your true self. Your true self is who you are after the hit. That's a true definition. See, that's your true definition of self. You know, many people say if you want to eat carrot and get all the nutrients, don't eat it fresh. Go and find out. The major nutrient from carrot is carotene. Carotene is best extracted when heated. Go and read it up. Carotene in carrot. Go and read it. If I eat it, when you actually boil it, that's when the protein actually find it out. Carrot especially. So you think that that carrot is destroyed by passing it through heat? No, the best of it is brought out by applying the heat. Carrot, go and find it out. I was shocking to me when I discovered this. Shocking. So let's look at the pot and the egg. Let's look at these scenarios. Who is the egg? The egg is that person, that great achiever, who faces challenges and decides to harden up and decides, I beg, I no go do again. I beg, I take offense. My leader, I don't like the way he behaves. And my downline, I don't like the way they behave. This company, I think I should join another company. This one, they harden up, they block their ears, they block their mind, they take offense, they are not ready to grow anymore. They lock up, they block every avenue for things that will help them to come to them. They are in cell meeting, but they are not in the cell meeting. They are present, but they are not available. So the question for you this morning is, are you that egg that has passed through it? Let's look at the carrot and the pot. There are people, great achievers, who will watch this video tomorrow, who as they face the heat, they melt. They are broken. They are battered. They are shattered. They can't rise up again. They live in the pain of their past rather than in the hope of the future. They live every morning, they look at the scars from their wound and they start trying afresh. Rather than looking at those scars and say, these are my trophies for my success. These are my prizes for success. These are the proofs that I have gone through the heat. So the question for you is this: are you a carrot that has gone through heat? Because that is the true definition of you. Let's look at the coffee beans that have gone through heat. The coffee changed the environment. The coffee did not allow the environment to change it, but changed the environment. It did not just change the environment, it did more to the environment. It brought sweet aroma to the environment. The question I'm asking you, are you that person who, when you go into a place, you bring a sweet aroma? When you are absent, people will feel your absence. When you are not there, a hole you will leave will be made available. Let me tell you this. And I say this with all sense of humility. I make conscious effort with God helping me that anybody I meet, especially in the course of this business, I make sure I'm not perfect, but I make sure I leave a positive mark in you, around you, that you will see. So that whenever you choose to do anything otherwise, and you choose to be sincere, you can find out, if you choose to be sincere, that this guy at this point did this for me. This guy at this point, maybe because of how I responded to it, he bolted out. I am still learning to be better at it, but I can tell you that you can choose to be a coffee beans. That when you meet the challenges in the business, the heat was firing the coffee. The coffee at the point should decide, I beg, I won't do anything. Let me remain here and be hard like an egg. I won't do anything. I'll just remain here. Let them be talking what they're talking. If God wants, let him do whatever he wants to do. That is his business. If he wants, let him do. That is his business. If my leader says we should invite 200, that is his business. If they say we should do 30 confirmed bookings, that is his business. If they say we should follow up when that is his business. You can choose. The coffee beans could have decided to do that, but it refused. It could have decided to be the carrot. I woke up and they killed me. My leg was paining me yesterday after walking about prospecting. They don't even know my pain. My leader could not even buy me a bottle of Coke to motivate me. You can choose to be that. If he could have chosen to be that. But the coffee chose, no, as I'm broken so that I can rise. I am immersed so that I can emerge. I am forced to go through this so that I can learn. The people that are in the Sentinel group who I'm running a 7 days boot camp with are going through a lot of heat. Reading and reading, doing activities, sending messages, making calls. But I am sure when they look by the side, they will see me doing it with them. They will see me going through each and everything they have done. Some of them I felt, oh, they didn't do this the right way. I started them privately. Do this way. Do this again. Repeat this. Look out for these details. They are glad they are learning. They are growing. They are becoming better. These are the people that are saying, yes, I chose to fall away and didn't do it well. But there is a that helped me so that I'm doing it better. So I ask you today, as you go into this new week, will you be an egg? Will you be a carrot? Or will you be the coffee? Remember, the choices you make determine your future. The choices you refuse to make still determine your future. I want you to choose wisely so that you will be proud of the future you have. On 9th of this month, on Saturday, will be Kingsman induction. Will you be inducted? Will you be among those who will be inducted? Because the immersion on the 16th will happen. Will you be in Abuja or will you not? The choice is yours. Did you learn anything this morning? Have you been impacted as I hoped you will, you should this morning? Have someone been an egg and is choosing today? I won't be going forward, I won't be an egg anymore.